Boss and Davis. Please see, this is our latest bridge saw Waterjet compound machine.
The grand debut of this 3.0 version,
Which brings a very big upgrade. First of all, it is a 4-in-1 compound machine. Later, we will learn about it in detail.
okay, so just now, as you all saw, the actual cutting effect.
Let me explain to you. We are cutting a square again. So for this one, if we use a pure saw blade to cut it, we'll produce an overcut.
Which will cause a waste of the sheet metal.
Right, so therefore, in this main corner area, I can use a water cutting process. I can use the water jet cutting process combined with the cutting of the saw blade. In this way, the sheet will not be overcut. It can ensure that our sheet metal will not be.
Reduce the waste and loss of the sheet.
This one can greatly save
The raw materials for our production.
a saving and generate more economic benefits. Isn't it great?
Isn't it great? Okay, before we introduce the functions,
Let's first introduce the layout of the entire machine. Please look at the whole body of our machine. Equipped with a camera, okay? And then it is equipped with our door panel, which is top-notch in safety protection. Okay, and then our entire machine, the spraying process of the whole machine, has also been upgraded and iterated. You can come and see that. The spray painting process we use actually adopts a hot dip zinc process, which ensures the machine tool the anti-corrosion effect within 10 years. In addition,
I can show you the main features.
the main feature of this upgrade, the main feature is that an independent CNC console has been upgraded. It can be moved freely, which is very convenient. Isn't it very simple? Okay. And then look at what this is. Does it look like a remote control? You're right. It is a remote wireless controller which can move our machine tool at will. Look at this one moving up
To do a debugging and observation. It is very convenient and user-friendly.
Okay, our feature is not only this. It's not only this one.
Let's take a look at our machine tool.
It's turning table. It's a flip of the entire workbench. The waste material cut out is easy to clean it out, but it's easier to get on the board.
Okay, for our regular customers of Hoyun machinery,
You know that in version 1.0, our Waterjet was installed on the side of the saw blade. In the 3.0 version, at this time, we have made an iteration. We adopt a front and back architecture. You can see the saw blade in the front, and the back is our water cutter. The front and back architecture, when it operates, it runs more smoothly. Let me show you the actual speed, the actual running speed of our machine. It runs faster and is more than 1/3 faster than our 2.0 version. More than 1/3 faster. So its processing speed and the speed of air travel is much faster than our old models. This is our first highlight. The second highlight is in its craftsmanship. You know, we have saw blades and Waterjet here and a Waterjet. Actually, there are more than these. Then our third process is that we have a big innovation, which is a big innovative breakthrough. Look, we also have an independent knife washing. With an independent washing knife, what can we do with it? Come to our camera, follow us to see what our knife can do. What kind of work our washing knife can do. The first function is we installed an independent knife which can achieve the effect of a central basin. You can see that our sink is actually made by our independent washing knife. Is made by it. In addition to that, we also made this sink groove. Look at the entire large area of the sink. Is also made by our independent washing knife. Is made by it. Of course, in addition to this knife, we also have this carving knife. Our carving knife can also be installed. What can it do? To do carving. In fact, our own logo was carved by this tool. We rely on the carving knife to complete this carving. So its function, this washing knife, this cleaning knife, is very convenient here. Here, you can also install a shaping grinding wheel installed on our shaping knife here. Okay, grind it to 90 degrees later. It can achieve the edge of our entire shape. Look at the processing effect of our grinding. Let our camera come. Here, you can see that it is shaping. It can grind this shape.
of course, the biggest focus of this machine
Is definitely combining with our Waterjet cutting technology. Its main feature is that to solve a problem in our cutting process, to deal with a complex process, then we can use Waterjet cutting to make a corner cutting for us. A corner cutting, which saves our time and difficulty in work. The time and difficulty of our work. Most importantly, Waterjet cutting can realize the processing of any shape, so it is very convenient. So do you know that our Waterjet cutting and saw cutting for thickness measurement, what are the highlights of the principle? First, our Waterjet cutting uses a laser height, adopts a laser height measurement, a way of measuring height. It can measure accurately to make a precise measurement. So at this time, our saw blade, what kind of side and rear method is used? Can you see where we are now? Is it using one side rear of a cylinder? Why do we use a side and rear cylinder method? That's because our saw blade can't adjust its posture like a laser to adjust its posture in real time in this way, which will increase the wear and tear of the saw blade. So we use an average side-back method, a side and rear way, to match the measurement of its overall thickness. In this way, ensures that the thickness of our sheet metal can achieve accurate measurement. Of course, we also have other auxiliary measurements, such as saw blade loss. Later, we will have a tool setter. Of course, we are not just saw blade experts using a tool maker to measure the wear and tear of our saw blade. We can also measure the loss of this knife. We can also make a precise measurement. Its loss can be. Let's demonstrate it now. Okay, this video is here, and friends who are interested, remember to contact Davis. I'll wait for you at the factory.